Hello creatives! In this video, I'll share with you 10 ways to save money on a low income. Are you saving up? If not, you are missing an opportunity to secure your family's financial future, build up some capital, prepare for emergencies, to name a few reasons. Benjamin Franklin once advised, if you would be wealthy, think of saving as well as getting. But with 25 million Americans living on a paycheck, saving can be challenging. The little that you make may not be enough to pay the bills, let alone save up. What if I told you that you could save regardless of how much you make? I'll share 10 smart ways that you can save with a low income and attain your financial goals. Watch out for number 3. It's what most rich guys would never tell you about smart saving. But before then, if you're new here, consider subscribing to this channel to continue receiving great videos like this one. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get informed every time I publish a life-changing video. Here we go. Number 10. Get cheaper housing. Generally, housing is one of the biggest expenses for most Americans. So if you can manage to cut down its cost, then you'll have enough to save. Let's start with downsizing. You don't have to continue paying for a big house when you could save by moving to a small unit. If downsizing is not an option, then consider changing your location. You can find something similar but more affordable in a different place to allow you to save the difference. But if you own the house and find it hard to pay some bills, consider renting out a room. You can then use the rent to cover some housing expenses and save the rest. The takeaway: find the most convenient way to reduce your housing costs and save up. Number 9. Save on car costs. Cars are expensive to keep and maintain. There's fuel, routine servicing, insurance, and costly repairs to name a few expenses. So your car could be sucking all your money without realizing it. How about we think of a way to bring the cost down? Starting with insurance, consider switching to an auto insurance company with the most affordable packages. When it comes to saving on fuel, cycle to work or take public transport once in a while. And given that so much money is spent on repairs, learn to take proper care of your car. If it suffers minor repairs, follow a DIY guide. You can find useful DIY car repair videos online. That means you don't have to call the mechanic all the time. Remember Benjamin Franklin's famous words, "A penny saved is a penny earned." The takeaway: figure out the money holes when it comes to using your car and seal them. Number 8. Try couponing. Mark Cuban, one of the wealthiest investors today, likes saying, being a smart shopper is the first step to getting rich. If a famed billionaire like Cuban understands the power of saving on shopping, what about you? That brings us to a smart saving approach that we call couponing. Couponing is the art of using discount vouchers, coupons. So, if you want to enjoy money off groceries and other household expenses, you have to master the couponing tactics. Learn to use cashback apps like Rakuten and Ibotta to get money back on shopping. Rakuten, for example, earns you up to 12% cashback, which you can save. The other trick is to learn to buy in bulk, especially items on sale, to enjoy huge discounts. The takeaway: take advantage of every discount opportunity to save up. Number 7. Reexamine your food expenditure. Stop for a second to consider how much you spend on food. The late dinner dates and frequent food deliveries could be the reason why you can't save. So, why don't you cook at home often? Also, examine your grocery list to see where you spend the most money. For example, maybe you should consider cutting down on meat and buying more vegetables. Given that we are tempted to spend more on food when we're hungry, avoid shopping when starved. You can also save money by buying canned foods and frozen options. Remember the couponing tactic too. That means discounts should be your friend. The takeaway: try as much as you can to save when it comes to food. Number 6. Find a side hustle. If you cannot save from what you're making, then you need to improve your income. There is no better way to do that than finding a side hustle. You need something on the side that injects some extra dollars into your pocket. It could be a small business or even a part-time job. It could also be both. Remember, the more income streams you have, the more money you make, and the likelier you are to save. Thomas Edison once said, "Opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work." So it doesn't matter what you do on the side, provided it's legal and makes you money. Whether you walk dogs, take care of older people, sing at a karaoke bar, or do deliveries, do it if it can help you save up. The takeaway: find a side hustle you are comfortable doing to increase your earnings and savings. 5. Find cheap entertainment. We spend so much money on cable TV when there is free TV. Also, we spend so much at cinemas when we could save by watching movies at home. Generally, you can do so many fun things for cheap, so it would help you if you looked around. For example, you can take your kids for a hike once in a while to save up on costly trips. Also, try affordable local parks and community gardens that you can go to. How about you read instead? Reading is also a form of entertainment. The takeaway: your life doesn't have to be boring to save up. You can find affordable entertainment to enable you to save. Number 4. Stay healthy. Ralph Waldo Emerson was not wrong when he said the first wealth is health. The hard truth is that medical care is expensive. Many Americans use almost all of their savings on health care, which is not good at all. If you want to save and grow your income, you need to start living healthy. Once you are healthy, then you'll not have to go to the hospital and you'll have enough money to save. So how do you stay healthy? Let's begin with the obvious. You have to eat healthily and exercise regularly. If you smoke, you've got to stop, as it harms your health. Remember also that sleep is great for your mental health. More importantly, go for routine medical checkups. The takeaway: adopt a healthy lifestyle to start saving on medical care. Number 3. Automate your savings. I like how Joe Moore advises when it comes to saving. He says the best time to save money is when you have some. One approach that agrees with Moore's words is saving automation. Here, you should designate a fraction of your income to savings, so by the time you receive your paycheck, you would have already saved up for the month. With technology, you now have tools like Capital and Digit that allow you to automate your savings. Generally, savings automation achieves 2 things. 1. It helps with budgeting, as you don't have to figure out how you'll save. 2. It eliminates the temptation of spending money meant for saving. The takeaway: if you find it challenging to save, automate the whole thing. 2. Say no to debt. You cannot save when you're struggling with debt, so the first rule for saving is eliminating your debt. The best way to avoid debts, however, is to live within your means. Calvin Coolidge once said, "There is no dignity quite so impressive and no independence quite so important as living within your means." So how can you get out of debt? My best approach is to make more money, so use the tips I shared at number 6. The other approach is to talk to your creditors to lower your interest. You can also consolidate your debt with a low-interest personal loan. The takeaway: stay away from debt so that you can save up. And number 1, start budgeting. Les Williams once said, "The best way to save money is not to lose it." In my view, there is no better way to track your finances than to set up a budget. A budget helps you to focus on your financial goals, avoid overspending, and prepare for contingencies. You can also use so many budgeting methods to save, but my all-time favorite is the 50-30-20 budgeting formula. In this formula, you allocate 50% of your income to needs like housing and utilities, and 30% to wants. That leaves you 20% of your income which you save. You can also try the zero-sum budgeting formula, where you assign a job to every dollar you make. So by the time you get your paycheck, you already know how you'll spend your money. The takeaway: find a budget method that works for you and employ it to save. In conclusion, saving up is a habit that you need to nurture as early as possible. You don't have to wait until you make more money to save up. After all, the wealthiest people today started saving on a low income. You have no excuse not to do so. I know this video was exciting and you loved it. Check out these other exciting videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're definitely missing out. See you in the next one.